Let's see. Now you can see it's going. You'll see us.
Well, good evening and welcome to today's special edition of Bronco Nation Live. I'm Jordan, joined by some of my favorite Bronco Nation team members. We got Laura Zielinski here, we got Melissa Clark over there, and we have the newest member of the Bronco Nation team sitting to my right, Chapman Cox, who we are all going to introduce to you all in just a minute. But we are here live from Overland Expo Pacific Northwest in Redmond, Oregon, where it is a beautiful day. Basecamp is full, and the Expo is even fuller. And it has been an action-packed day one of Expo. Laura, what are your thoughts so far?
It filled up quickly
It
here.
did.
So this is the second year of Overland Expo PNW, and people came out strong at Bronco Basecamp. We cannot wait to see more of you guys tomorrow. I think we've got some day passers coming in, but it has been fantastic. We're going to hear some about what it's like inside the Expo from some of the members here, and I think this is fantastic. Strong start. Let's see where it goes for the rest of the weekend.
And for all of those watching around the country, welcome and thank you so much for joining us. See a bunch of you in the chat already. See Scott Wiesen, a frequent member of the YouTube Super Chat. Welcome, Michael Cooper, Bonnie Jacobs. Hello, Jacobs Clan. Great to see you guys. All things Bronco, Zap. Melissa, you're right there, but you're also in the chat, it appears.
Yeah.
Ford Video Guy, and many more. Thank you all so much for joining in. If you're joining us on YouTube, no. If you're joining us on Facebook, we're broadcasting live to Facebook for the very first time as well. So
no, this is our brand new time.
First time trying it, so it'll be good. But you will now be able to watch Bronco Nation Lives on Facebook as well as YouTube, which is really cool. Let us know where you're watching from in the comment section, and we're going to dive right into introducing Chapman. Little background, Bronco Nation is quietly working for a couple months on establishing our very own Bronco Nation Ambassador Program, where we're going to have 5 regional ambassadors in all 5 regions of the country to allow us to get to more events and more of your guys' events easier and more often. We've heard from you guys, hey, I'm putting an event on this weekend if you guys can show up. And with our small skeleton team of 4 or 5 people, not possible for us to be everywhere every weekend as much as we'd like to. So we are going to be, we're soft launching now, but we'll be hard launching our full ambassador program in the coming months, so you all can very own regional Bronco Nation ambassadors. And today we are introducing our very first Bronco Nation ambassador, the Bronco Nation West Coast ambassador, and Chapman Cox. Chapman, welcome.
Thank you.
So Chapman is with us here at Overland Expo Pacific Northwest to do something very special. But before we get into that, Chapman, why don't you give us a little bit of your background, what you do, and why you're here?
I live in Salt Lake.
Yep.
I grew up all over the country, moving a bunch, but landed in Salt Lake for college, and still in school 8 years later. I'm working on
He's very, very smart.
I don't know about that. I just stuck with it. But I'm currently in a PhD program studying occupational health. Very passionate about keeping people healthy. So working on that right now. But in my free time, I do a lot of outdoor activities. That's why I love living in Salt Lake. It's just one of the best places for that. I love to go backcountry skiing and fly fishing, and I do a lot of bow hunting and running and climbing and all that sort of stuff, which is like Salt Lake can typically be the mecca for that. So that's typically my focus, and just hopped on the Bronco team recently, which is really exciting. Very, very fresh, guys. Like this just happened. But
to be fair, Chapman is wildly underselling himself.
Yeah.
The whole just casually skiing and just fly fishing, that is why we brought him on. Professional in all of those aspects.
Yeah, and also too,
he won't say
I heard his wife owns a Bronco Sport, which is that we had a good conversation about that. So see, already part of the Bronco family in more ways than one.
We were part of the Bronco family from right at the start when they got the Broncos off the line.
I know. She was getting the mailers and the gifts and
she sure
all
did.
that stuff, because I heard about it. But the reason is that we're bringing people like Chapman and not people who are just focused on off-roading is because there's plenty of the off-roads covered. We have Melissa, who does the job of 16 people when it comes to off-roading and guiding and experience. But as we know, there's a lot of Bronco owners, and not everyone's into off-roading, and that's fantastic. And we want to provide outlets for all Bronco owners to do something they love or to find something they love. So that is why we're making a little bit of a tack, not totally changing direction, but just adding to our offerings in the form of lifestyle and recreation things. So the reason Chapman is here is because for the first time ever, we're offering fly fishing courses. So we had trail drives per usual, but now we're expanding our offerings. So if you've done the trails, you don't want to do the trails, but you want to try something new like fly fishing, we have an expert, a professional guide like Chapman to go out and teach you. So you guys did that today.
Yeah. Yep. So
How
I
did it go?
can give a background on that too.
Please
so
do.
I used to, just so you guys know, it's like kind of random, but in my past I've guided for fly fishing before, and I got out of it because of school and everything. But I do love introducing people to this sport because I think it's just a great way to spend time, which is a big reason for the excursion of fly fishing, is just showing people the sport, and hopefully making some more advocates for the fly fishing space. And so today got to do one of my favorite activities, which is taking out some people that have never been fly fishing before and getting them on the river. We even had some success today, which was awesome.
We did.
On a river that none of us have ever been to, which
Correct.
is really cool. And I think the members really were jazzed about that.
Your streak continues.
My streak continues.
Streak continues. What's your streak, for those who don't know?
So my streak, I have this goal that every time I take out a brand new fly fisher, they can catch a fish on their first day out. And so,
which he did with me on my first day out that he took me. I caught a fish.
Yes. Got 2 today.
And so I think the streak is still alive. We got both Tim and Kenny on some fish, which was really cool.
Yep. And that was Tim's first time ever
like fishing since I mean he fished lakes when he was a kid, but
we all did
a long time ago. So
a little bit different.
Yeah, exactly.
The Walmart. Batman fishing rod is a little different.
A little less complicated, but yeah. So I got to do one of my favorite things today, which is bringing more people into the sport, and excited to keep doing that. Like it's just so fun.
And it's cool to see people try other things. We've been off-roading with a lot of these people, but to go and do something like this is really neat. So we hope to expand these offerings at all of our events. Like I said, Chapman is going to be the West Coast ambassador, so covering states like Utah, Nevada, California, here in Oregon. So if you have an event out this way, there's a decent chance Chapman will be there. Of course, a lot of factors that go into it still. But now that we have more people, we're able to be more places.
Yes.
So Chapman, welcome to the team. It is an honor to have you. We're super stoked, and we know a lot of you, especially on the West Coast, will get to meet Chapman as time goes on. Yeah. And Chapman just got his Bronco.
Yes.
Yeah.
So
very exciting.
You got it on Monday?
Yeah, on the 4th.
So it's day
4th of July present.
Day 5.
Day 5 of
day
owning.
5 of Bronco.
Owning a full-size Bronco.
Not owning, but
loaning a full-size Bronco.
It's like the Ford Ambassador program where we lend them a Bronco.
Yes, exactly.
Yes.
But
and I quizzed him. He's pretty good.
He's good
for that little bit of time. Yeah, he's using the Sasquatch language and everything.
He's gonna get there.
Got
He even took us
modes.
to Big Bend Campground today. He's like on brand.
He said, "I've got all the goat modes," which is like, really?
Yeah. A little Sasquatch in the decal.
Yeah. He's looking for all of his Easter eggs. Yep.
And Melissa's gonna get you all brushed up on your off-road knowledge.
That's right.
Yes.
You're gonna be good to go. You'll be wheeling in no time.
We'll
Bronco Safari. We'll see you guys next year.
We'll trade a little bit. I'd love to learn to fly fish sometimes.
Yes.
So
We'll make that happen.
Yeah.
I feel like
We're gonna go
that,
fly
Melissa.
fishing down
I
in
think it'd be
Moab.
fun. Oh,
Well, Laura and I will take the trail drive tomorrow, and you go fly fish.
that's a deal.
It was really peaceful. There was no cell reception.
It was beautiful today,
We
though.
basked on the
I will
rocks.
have to say that
Beautiful scenery.
the trail ride today was just
The pictures looked amazing.
I couldn't believe it was almost like there was a trail that was just cut just wide enough for a Bronco, and we saw no one all day, and everybody it was
Good, because I found out
beautiful.
that there are trails out here not cut for the width of a Bronco.
Yeah.
It was at
Yeah.
3.8 inches or whatever it is with the mirrors out.
We are.
As you can tell by the wrap job.
That's the thing. We pre-ran these because we know people don't like to get the paintbrush. I mean, some people don't mind having the pinstriping and having the marks on the side, but no, we pre-ran to make sure that you can do whatever you want. You can make it happen, but it was wide enough, just wide enough.
Well, why don't we just transition to that then, Melissa? You led the trail drives today.
I did.
Along with Brian. How'd that go?
Super. I always feel so proud. It's like we had 10. I think we had 10 today, and we led with the Bronco Sport. So these were all Bronco trails, so everybody was welcome. But we didn't have any show up except for our lead vehicle.
Setting the example.
Everybody had a wonderful time, and it was awesome. We had the radios today, so everybody could communicate, and we didn't because we had to go through a couple little busy areas to get out to the trailhead. So we got there with everybody, and we spent some time. One of the gentlemen from OnX, his name is Zach. He was on the trail with us today, and he helped give us the routes, right? So he provided routes, gave us a chance to get out there and pre-run them real quick, and totally thumbs up. Absolutely beautiful. Thanks to Scott on here for helping connect us with Zach, and Zach had a great time today. He's also a drone operator, commercial drone operator, so he got his drone out and took some beautiful footage of everybody on the trail today. Everybody had a really nice time. We got up to an abandoned fire tower. Cool. And so we took a break and everybody got out. There was a really nice rock, and so you might see some pictures. A lot of people posed on it. We did some little bit of, felt like Bronco off rodeo. We were doing a little stay bar disconnect, and we did a little trail control coming down, and that was a good time. I think everybody really had a nice time, and it was absolutely much cooler than down here. We're up in the mountains, so
I bet.
And just beautiful, beautiful scenery.
Chapman, quick question. Somebody asked, what river were we on today?
We're on the Crooked River.
The Crooked River.
Yes.
Okay. We're not going to say where.
Well, we kind of already did.
We
But,
did.
you know, that's
Yeah.
okay.
The Crooked River's long.
No, you mentioned.
And Crooked.
Yeah.
It's okay.
I didn't say where we were. Oh, I totally did. I 100% did.
Nobody
mention exactly
rewinds.
where we were.
Yeah, that's
If you look, there's all sorts of info.
I've been told
It's
I'm
a
not supposed to
great-
hotspot places.
Oh, no, but I think the locals love it because it's
Okay.
like a great beginner fishery. Like, it's perfectly set up for that. It was.
What was
it
the fly shop that helped us out too? Want to
Fin
make
and
sure
Fire.
we thank them. Fin and Fire in Redmond, Oregon.
Yeah.
Great people.
They were awesome. They were super helpful. If you go in there, they'll tell you everything you need to know about
Tell
how to
them
catch
Bronco
fish.
Nation sent you.
Yes.
Or don't. I don't care. But you can. Melissa, you're leading a trail drive tomorrow too?
Yeah, we're going to go out tomorrow.
Same
we're
trail,
gonna,
different trail?
Actually, interestingly enough, we found out that Sisters is the town we have to pass through. Is
That's a
having.
really cool town.
It is beautiful, but tomorrow is going to
It's
be the
rodeo.
world's largest quilting.
Oh my gosh, we went to the
Remember that,
quilting
yeah.
thing last year.
Adventures, yeah.
It's
Cutest
nuts.
little people.
Oh my
So
gosh,
I
it was like
got
Grandma
some,
Central.
I got some, pre-warning
to those who
that
quilt and
that
our
these
grandmas.
ladies can like dart out in the road and all
They
kinds
do.
of things.
They'll get ya.
Yeah.
So
They'll jump out of there with
we
their quilts.
decided to call an audible. So Brian and I, after we got back from the trail drive, we ran out and scoped out another trail, and we'll call it an adventure tomorrow because we didn't get the whole trail in, but we got the first part of it, so we know where we're going in at, and so tomorrow will be a real adventure. We've got it all on the Onyx, so we're not going to get it lost. We just don't know all of the area, but still another beautiful place.
Also, I realized the stream, I'm looking at it here on my phone, is like wildly choppy, like it's 8 frames a minute sort of beat. So that's because we're on Starlink, as you can see a little dish behind me there. So just forgive us.
Yeah.
I'm not asking for forgiveness, actually. It's out of our control. We're doing what we can.
We'll catch up with this
Yeah.
in a couple minutes.
Tweet at
Blame
Elon.
Elon.
Tweet at Elon. But where were we? Oh, the quilting competition. Yeah, I remember that last year.
Yeah.
That was wild because we had
Yeah.
no idea what was happening, and
No.
we pull into Sisters, which is a super cool town.
It is beautiful.
And there's just like
very
Grandma's Abound.
neat. Yeah.
Grandma's
yeah.
Abound.
I hate to stereotype quilters because
Me
they
too.
may. I mean, I'm sure there's some mad quilters.
It's just years of
but,
experience,
but yeah.
and eventually we age. So
It's like
Yeah.
stereotyping off-roaders. Like,
yeah,
you know,
we just figured we'll let them quilt tomorrow, and we'll shoot off on a different trail.
wonderful.
Yeah.
If you're here for the quilting convention,
Yeah,
Godspeed.
sorry if you're going to try to combine trail riding with the quilting. We're not going directly to Sisters, but we'll be relatively close. You can spin off if you're, if you need a quilt
Is
fix.
that the new sport?
I know Robert said he was definitely going over to check. So
Like last year, I was like, is my grandma here incognito? Massive quilter. I'm like, I'm gonna run into her.
Yeah.
Or literally physically run into her because they're just darting across the road. It was like playing Frogger. I'm like,
yeah,
oh my gosh.
don't
Not
run,
intentionally, but I'm like,
don't
I'm
run
gonna
over your
take somebody out.
grandmother. No, that'd
That'd be a bad for all Bronco Nation.
Yeah,
You got to turn it into. You got to have your grandma turn it into an like a.
Oh my gosh,
extreme
we should have
sport.
the. Well, I think we should have the Bronco Nation logo in a quilt.
with yes.
New
with
member
Bronco
gift coming
Nation.
2024. Bronco Nation
Yeah.
quilt.
But she has to
Yeah.
do it while
Place
you're
your order now
off-roading.
because
Yes.
Grandma's got a lot of work to do to make
Poison
it.
spider. That could be an entertaining video.
Jordan Sphere.
Jordan Sphere. Maybe I'll pick up quilting. I picked up fly fishing, so like really nothing's out of the equation. Nothing's out of the cards for all
Whatever you
peaceful,
focus on,
for
right?
all Jordy.
Yeah, it's a nice winter thing. When you're bored in the winter.
I'm never bored because I have Chapman take me skiing.
You're in Park City. That's definitely a winter destination. so.
Extremely fortunate. Okay, well, should we move on to some of our guests?
Yes.
yes,
We'll
Who do you want me
politely
to bring
kick
over?
Chapman out.
we'll
Who
call
do
over-
you want to have over?
We're gonna
Who's
have
next?
Tim.
Tim.
Tim? All right.
Go
I'll go
get
get
Tim
Tim.
over.
Everybody
give Chapman a round of
we
applause
don't-
in the chat.
Yeah.
We don't want
You'll
to.
see him later.
We don't want to give up his fishing
So
tail.
we've got Tim,
right.
who's TK 1215 in the forums. He's one of our moderators. You
And
guys,
he has a special thing with
Yeah.
him.
Yeah, this is a great
keep it
story.
hidden.
Wait
Yes.
for it.
Yeah.
Wait
So
for
no,
it.
it's got to be
Hide it.
hidden.
Oh,
There
ta-da.
it
There
is.
it
The
is.
says go, she says
traveling
Yeah.
lamp.
Yeah.
So you guys may remember Tim from our
Hello.
Bronco Moab Safari, Moab Bronco Safari, some combination of
enough.
those letters,
Yes,
names.
Sure.
Live stream. He was helping us hold down the tent, and then we managed to pull him in, and he's here with his wife
Yeah.
Elizabeth. And
We didn't scare him away.
no,
No,
came back
Back for more
came
punishment.
back for more
Oh,
punishment.
come
Except for hold
on.
on, didn't you guys say how comfortable the
I was gonna
beds
say,
were?
I
Yeah.
heard some
So-
rave
So I
reviews
don't
this
feel like this
morning.
sounds like punishment.
The punishment's staggering around in the river today. Those tents are very, very nice. The beds are super comfortable. Very happy with it.
So after y'all's feedback, after Moab Bronco Safari, we upgraded our accommodations slightly. A little more plush, a little more hotel room
They're huge too.
vibe. They're massive.
They're
I think they're
big.
like 225 square feet or something like that. Maybe
It's
not
like
that
being on
big.
an African safari.
Yeah.
It does. It is.
Queen
It's like
bed,
glamping.
memory foam mattress, side tables, chairs, the whole nine. And Tim
Lanterns, all that
graciously
stuff.
came back and gave us another shot at base camp.
Yeah,
And I hope we exceeded expectations.
absolutely.
Or at least met them.
Absolutely.
Great. Good deal.
The only issue is there's a very loud airplane and a very loud train at a certain point in the nighttime.
Right.
Yeah,
But apparently most people didn't wake up for it.
Yeah, the midnight United arrival.
Yeah. No,
You had
but
the good hearing.
The
Some of us were dead
there's a
asleep.
raptor. Look at that is squatted.
Yeah.
The
Propane tanks on the back.
I know
Oh, no.
Why not?
the location of the expo center is conveniently right next to the Redmond
Airport, yeah.
Municipal Airport.
We're in the landing.
Not municipal,
approach,
international,
for
whatever.
sure.
So
Yeah.
if the wind is blowing a certain way, the planes come right over us.
Yep.
So it's great
Yeah.
for plane spotters.
And then the train's just
but for
down
and the train,
here.
it's
yeah.
just a hub of transportation.
Yeah.
Anyways, enough about that. Tim, you went fly fishing today.
I went fly fishing
How
today.
was it? Tell us
It was
all
my
about it.
first experience fly fishing ever.
Uh-huh.
Chappie was awesome.
Nice.
Chappie
Yeah.
was very patient.
I have a feeling that's his name now.
River guy, he did.
I
a
don't
great,
I don't get it. There's so much patience.
He did a great job. It was a lot of fun. Really, really glad I did it. And I caught a fish.
I was gonna say, I
Yeah.
heard at the end.
We had to bail. So tell us about this fish. What brand of fish was it? What kind of
brand?
fish?
Yeah.
It
Breed?
was-
I don't know what fish
Chappie, what
are.
fish was
It was
did
a
he
white
catch?
something or other.
A mountain whitefish.
Mountain white
Wow.
fish. And it was probably 10 inches.
Great. Fantastic. You get your picture with it?
Yeah. Yeah.
Okay, good.
Okay,
They-
yeah.
they-
If you didn't
I
have
hope
a
to see it in
picture,
the
it
forum.
didn't
There
happen,
is
right?
documentation that
It's
fish
a
exists.
fishtail otherwise.
Good.
It is-
Wasn't the same fish Chapman Cox.
No, no. It was better than the one he caught.
Oh, good.
But he's
Okay.
he spotted a great spot, and after we had lunch, we went right out there. There was a little splashing going on in the water for a bit, and it was getting down to the nick of time, and I put it all together. Good cast.
Set the hook.
I actually paid attention and
Look at that.
snagged it.
Wow.
Yeah, you guys can't see it, but in the background, he's getting some big thumbs up for his technique.
That's
and-
awesome, Tim.
It was fun.
So no pun intended, but are you hooked?
Absolutely.
You are, okay. Newly minted fly fisherman?
Another expensive.
Yeah, that's all we need, isn't it? Yeah, you can.
Coming to the next Bronco
Another
Basecamp,
hobby you
golf.
can throw is money. What's that ROI on that single fish?
That's
Yeah.
No,
tennis.
it was great. Very
Well,
good.
awesome.
I'm glad I stepped out and did something a little different.
Yeah,
Thought
that's
I'd try it, and it was fun.
So this is your first Overland Expo,
I've been
or sorry, PMW.
yeah, it's the
Yes.
first time coming up here for this event. I've been up to Oregon many times. I have friends in Southern Oregon. We've done a lot of Mustang runs
Cool.
together. We had a great time in Moab. We've been to Overland Expo and Flagstaff a couple times. I especially like the location of this much
Yeah.
better. You know, you get the wind, but it dies down and it's not dusty, dirty,
Yeah.
blowing 50 miles an hour at night.
Yeah.
So, yeah.
So what are your plans tomorrow? Are you doing trail drive? You gonna walk the show? What's in the cards for you?
So tomorrow we're gonna do the trail ride tomorrow,
Okay.
and then we'll walk around a little bit when we get back. Hopefully
Awesome.
we don't get back too late. Do some walking around. There's always sensory overload. Way too much
Oh my
stuff
gosh.
to look at and want to get.
And buy.
Yeah, people
Lots
are
of
making
stuff.
lists for things they want to get.
You gonna find a
Sure.
roof rack?
By people, you mean your wife? Or
No, some other members maybe.
okay.
Is a roof rack in the cards for you? What's your next modification? Or are you done?
No,
No.
I think I want to get the trail racks
Okay.
rack for it. We just bought a new camp trailer.
Yes.
Yeah, that sounds
Tell us
really
about this.
nice.
We closed the deal on this actually while we were driving up here 2 days ago.
Congratulations.
So,
Yeah.
when we get back home down to Arizona, we'll be picking it up, and we would have brought it with us next time. We'll bring it and travel. And
Tell us all about it. What is it?
it's the brand is New Camp.
Okay.
It's kind of a small. It's not a small teardrop. It's a little bit bigger.
Okay.
But it has a kitchen inside. It's
Oh
got
wow.
a shower and facilities.
The critical features.
Yeah.
Critical features that are
Creature
sometimes
comforts.
more important for the people that are traveling with you.
Mm-hmm.
Totally
So-
get it.
Yeah, so we're excited.
That's
Just
super
to-
exciting.
And then set up a base camp, and then off you go onto the trails.
That's cool.
So
Yeah.
Tim's gonna be moving from the tent camping with us to the overlanding spots. Is that what I'm hearing?
I think so.
Okay.
Awesome.
I'll
Save a little
drag
bit of
my
money.
own. Although I do like those tents.
Yeah.
They are really really nice.
Yeah, I
We
think
got-
you guys set the bar now,
Good.
so it's gonna be.
You can do both. You can have your shower and it can be a 2-bedroom, 1 bed, 1 bath.
House.
A house. Yeah.
Yes.
I think there's plenty of opportunities.
Yeah.
We'll always
That's
save
good.
a spot for you, Tim.
Yes.
Yep.
Any other closing thoughts before we
No,
kick
just
you out? And
just
Oh,
the time we went to Moab.
Laura's question.
Before we kick you out too, so if you can finish that thought, but we want to you need to give a little background
Oh,
what's
yeah,
sitting in
the
front of you
lantern.
too, because I
Oh.
know there's an action planned with that in a minute.
So this is the infamous, famous Bronco Nation traveling lamp,
Yes.
and I received it from Mal,
Mm-hmm.
another member,
Yeah.
who had it in New Mexico. I received it. I've had it a little bit longer than I really should have.
It's okay.
I'm doing a handoff here in just a minute to one of our other members.
Oh. Are we doing the handoff live on
Yes,
camera?
We're
exactly.
gonna
Yeah,
do the
it
handoff
is.
Oh,
live
that's
on
amazing.
camera.
It's like
Oh.
a yeah.
It's like the Olympic torch.
So
Oh.
Except
Yep.
for with light bulbs.
Yep. So this is a vintage Coleman lamp that one of our members, Jerry, refurbishes, and then technical disaster Chris, he donated it to the cause, and it's made it through a ton of states.
Lauren, I saw in
And-
Texas.
Yep, I've had it in Michigan at the Dream Cruise last year. I think that was one of the first stops. Maybe a few before that.
Super Cell East
It
or
was-
Moab? I feel
We've
like we
seen
saw
it a
one more-
lot of
one more other
places.
place.
Yes,
Think
it
made
wasn't
to
Moab.
Tennessee.
That's where I think I
You
saw
picked it up at Moab, didn't you?
No, it was after. I received
Okay.
it via shipping
Yes.
in its container.
Yeah. Yes,
wow.
it's home.
So,
So it's fun. If you guys want to get on that list, it's just something fun you can do. Take it to landmarks around you. It's been to Ford places. It's been to places that are special to you in your hometown. It's been to national parks. So we're going to
It's
do
got to
an
make it to Woodward this year.
I don't think it will. We've got a
Oh.
full schedule, and the list is long. So if you want to get on the
Oh.
schedule to have it, I think we're backed up quite some months.
2025.
There's more to be conquered.
So do people have to wait longer for the lantern? Did their Bronco? Is that what we're
I don't
hearing?
think so.
Okay.
The
It might get there,
organizers of
though.
it are very efficient, and it's been great. And actually, when we do the handout, we've got. I wish we had the patch with us.
Oh.
Chris helped design the patch, and he won't take any
Oh.
credit
there's
for
one
that.
of
But
those-
yeah,
I can't wait to
official
get that.
lamp carrier,
Yeah.
steel and stirrups. So it's a fun part of the nation. And any other thoughts about here? And then we can watch this ceremony. Where
Ceremonial exchange
You know,
Yeah.
I
of
just
the lamp.
I haven't really had a chance to go into the venue,
Yes.
but it's just everything. It's just so different. The whole
Yeah.
area, the background from Flagstaff or the Southwest where we're at.
Very different.
A lot of people are sweating bullets, but I look
Yeah.
at it as a nice.
It's about
balm-
15 degrees hotter than it was last
It's
year.
Yeah.
a balmy day for me.
It's
'cause like
90
115 right
It's
now.
like 92 or so right now, maybe.
They do have showers here.
Yeah.
It
A
is
lot of people
87
actually
degrees.
used them and
Yeah.
heard some great
Yeah.
feedback on
Good
those.
reviews.
Are they leaving? Am I trapping them in?
We're about to have some motion. Yeah.
Am I trapping you all in? Okay.
Okay.
And,
All
and
right.
one last thing in regards to this Bronco adventure,
Yes.
because that's what it is. Met a lot of new friends online. Finally getting to meet some people in person. There's a lot of local clubs
Yeah.
that have members from Bronco Nation there that have been around for a long time.
Yeah.
Down where we are in Arizona, there's the Arizona Bronco Club. since Moab, we went on a night run with them. We did a Father's Day run,
Sweet.
which was a roaster, but it was a great day of good off. We had 27 Broncos in one sport, one very capable sport.
Yes.
That killed it. So anyway, things are good. Get out there on the trails.
True.
Get out there on the trails and enjoy these things.
Well, thanks for being here with us, Tim.
Absolutely.
Thank you so much, Tim. It's wonderful to see you again. You are always welcome
Yeah,
Good.
we'll be back.
on the stream.
We will
All
punish
right,
you
and
some more.
Our next member coming
for
up
it.
is Buck Yeah in the forums. Chris, one of our members. We are passing out. Look at
Ta-da.
this.
It's a prisoner exchange.
Thanks, guys. Thanks, Tim.
So
There
this
it
is
is.
our first time having Chris at one of the Bronco Nation events with
First
us.
time we've met Chris.
Yeah,
Buck,
we've
yeah.
we've seen him online. We've done meetings with him on Zoom. It's been great
It's been
to
a lot of fun.
see pictures of your Bronco as it's finally got here
Oh yeah.
and started evolving, and some cool things to even your garage. So, Chris, why don't you tell us a little bit about your journey with Bronco and how you found Bronco Nation and what you're doing here at the expo?
Well, I'm learning how much I need to buy for camping gear.
Y'all gonna notice
because
the same
I
here.
sold all my camping gear a couple of years ago, and now I've got to go and rebuy it. But the good news is there's so much cooler stuff out there now.
Yeah.
This kind of vendor discounts.
Yes.
Yeah.
So I priced a tent behind me over here, this Gazelle, and it's like $150 cheaper here.
Yes.
Wow.
So I'm thinking seriously about getting that.
Yeah, those
Substantial
go up
saving.
so quickly.
Yeah.
Very
So
nice.
This is a great place to be if you want to get ideas. If you're not going to spend money right away, you start building an idea list of things to hit at some point,
Yeah.
and then you just start prioritizing. But the tent's probably going to be at the top of the list.
Good.
But as far as the Bronco goes, I ordered it in November of 21,
Okay.
and then I reordered it in September of 22. And after dropping the tow package, 3 days later they scheduled it,
Wow.
and then I finally got it in January of this year.
Yeah.
And just
Velocity Blue,
Velocity Blue.
Badlands.
Beautiful.
Did you
Beautiful.
always want that color and trim package, or did you kind of
Yeah,
go back and forth
I
with
didn't
stuff?
want to have any buyer's remorse, and I knew that I wanted to get all the bells and whistles,
Yeah.
and I just didn't want to backtrack and all this. And I did drop the tow package, but I'm actually okay with that because I'm still just going to put a bike rack on it, and I don't need a pretty for. I just need to attach it.
Yep.
It thankfully goes on really easy.
Yeah,
As long as you don't do the wiring harness, that's a pain in the butt. But
yeah,
actually screwing the hitch receiver on is really easy.
Yeah.
yeah. And then right now, the only plan really is to put a bike rack on it, and so
Okay.
I don't even need to wire it. So I'm actually pretty set.
Are you gonna do one of the on the tire ones? Or are you gonna do You're gonna do the basket then, or what?
Uh, Well, I'm
No, it's the
looking
one
at
that goes in the
quad-
hitch.
Yeah,
Just
like,
type
right behind the tire.
Yeah, well, it's gonna. The one I'm looking at is the quad that you actually swing out, so you can open the
Okay.
gate and everything. So
dope.
that's
What-
that's
Okay, yeah. Do you know what brand that? Do you have a brand that you're looking
Quad.
at yet? A
Yeah,
quad? Oh,
yeah.
okay.
I'm not sure of the model, but that's the one I was.
I
looking
saw
at.
one in the forums today that someone tried one out, but they were a little deceptive in the listing, and it did not end up. So quad might be a good one for that member to check out.
Yeah,
A little sturdier.
yeah.
It,
Well, and I
it drooped
just
to the
want
ground.
something, just a car to bike around to, So once I get to the trailhead, if I can just up there and just go exploring on trails that I can't get to with the Bronco, but there's not too many places you can't get to with a Bronco, but
Right. So you're gonna do some trail driving tomorrow, aren't you?
absolutely.
All
Yeah,
right.
I'm really looking forward to that. Today was vendor day. Tomorrow is the trail day, and that's really what I'm looking forward to, getting my Bronco dirty. And then right
we
away.
can make sure we're very confident that
Oh,
that
yeah.
will happen.
Is this the first time it's touched dirt?
Well, I've driven on the grass before. That's about it. So,
Well,
To
this
get
is
to your tent.
exciting. So,
Yeah.
Yeah.
so
and I did drive through a gravel parking lot back there, so
that
that's
counts.
not really
It
off-road.
counts.
Crazy.
It counts. And
Hang
then you're
on.
planning to do some more off-roading.
Yeah.
Soon
Oh,
after
yeah.
you leave here.
Yep.
So the bug started. I mean, you've had the
friend
bug.
Eric is going to be my trail guide for Evans Creek.
That's
hopefully.
fantastic.
And we're really looking forward to that. He's got a lot more experience at the wheel, and I'm going to count on his guidance. And
That's one of the great things too, and that's why it's fun to come out to these. As we do have off-rodeo trail guides here with Melissa and Brian,
oh yeah,
and so it's kind of like the next step. So go to Bronco Off-Rodeo, one of the 4 locations. If you have a Raptor, go to the Raptor Experience. If you have a sport, there's like traveling sport experiences. It rotates from the 4 locations.
No, it's just
Right.
Texas, New Hampshire, and Moab.
Yes.
We're not doing Vegas.
Ever again?
It was never at Vegas.
Okay.
Yeah.
We have
All right.
Texas and Moab, and then just went to New Hampshire.
Okay. So if you have any of those vehicles, you want to go. But after you go, you might want just a little bit more guidance, a little bit more hand holding as you go out, and absolutely normal. So at these events, we do have the off-rodeo guided trail drives. So we're going to do those tomorrow. And then you're going to just turn loose with the next set of group you want to go to, whether it's a local club like Tim was saying, or one-on-one. So it'll be a fun way to continue the adventure.
Chris, question for you.
Yeah.
I don't want to narrow you down to one thing, but what are the top maybe 2 or 3 things or favorite products or brands you saw at the expo today?
ARB.
Yep.
And let's see, Gazelle for that
Yep.
tent. It's hard to say. Who else? What else was I looking for?
I said 2 or 3. So that's two
Two
words.
words.
Yeah.
And that's
Those
what's
are the ones that come to mind right away.
and that's what I love
because-
about these expos.
Yeah.
There's not just like car parts. Like there's
Yeah.
so many. There's camp kitchens and there's fridge freezers
yeah,
and
my
there's
gosh.
solar. Like anything you need. I mean, honestly, half the fun of the show is just walking through the
Oh, yeah.
camping areas and
Yeah.
seeing everyone's setup, because everyone has such a unique setup dialed into their needs and their wants,
Yeah.
and some are much more rugged, some are much more posh.
Yeah.
And seeing the variety and then being able to go there and see products you never thought of, you're like, oh, that would solve a need I have when I'm camping
Yeah.
that I didn't. It's just
Right.
it's so cool to see so many.
Oh, and
vendors and
Heretic
product.
too.
Yeah.
And I got my Heretic fog lamps through Bronconation, and I spoke to the rep today about getting some ditch lighting and so forth. And
Yeah.
it's great. Just wandering through the vendor mart, you see so many Broncos outfitted with things.
Yeah.
So many of the vendors are using the Bronco as a a test case
Yeah.
to demonstrate their product. See that representation out there.
And that's another one of these shows, as Chris mentioned, we partner with Heretic and sell their products and ARB as well. We love coming to these shows to walk through and see all these vendors and meet them for ourselves,
Yeah.
because we never want to tell you guys to buy something that we haven't built a relationship company so we can attach our name to it. So coming here, getting hands-on time with the products, getting hands-on brand reps and the executive teams and whatnot is really cool. So it's just a great
Yeah.
place to see what is new to the market, see what's out there, and
Oh yeah.
half the stuff on that Bronco we got because of coming to shows like
Right.
this, and meeting. And I think another thing that's really cool, if I could remember it, that would be really cool. That thought literally just.
You look at your phone and it disappears.
No, speaking of Heretic, they have a couple new products that are just launched that are going to be on our site within the coming couple days. Really cool new lighting solutions, especially for those who don't have zone lighting on their Bronco or want more 360 lighting around the truck at campsites, grab handles and stuff like that. Some integrated solutions that are going to be on the Bronco Nation site within hopefully 48, 72 hours. They're going to be making their way onto our Broncos as well. But Heretic continues to create new products for the Bronco and for other vehicles that really make sense. Very high quality, all made here in the USA, and we love our Heretic lights. So.
Yeah. Very bright.
Were you gonna say something, Melissa?
The only thing I was going to say as I was building off how we were talking about going to the next step in off-roading is the other thing that we're trying to do as well is making sure that if you come to the show and maybe your timing doesn't coordinate with being able to do the trail ride, or we're putting into the files. So if you want to go out and do some of these rides on your own, and we've them to make sure that sometimes the sports get on trails just numbered or confusing, so we have those, and we're going to try to do that into the future. So if something happens and you miss a trail ride, or you want to get a chance, you still have some time, or you stay late after the event, you can still have some rides that you can go out and do on your own.
Or in the future.
Super cool.
Yeah.
Take a it's like homework.
Save it
to
and come back.
with you.
That
Yeah.
Raptor is familiar. You're with us in
Oh,
Moab.
the purple one.
Yep.
All right.
Okay, Chris, any final thoughts before we move
Take
on
my
to the
lamp
next
and
guest?
move along.
Yeah.
I
Can't
got
wait to
some
see
great plans for it
pictures.
at the end of this month, and I'm gonna hopefully show the lamp a lot of good places.
Awesome.
People dig it in their heads where they want to go.
Yeah.
There you go.
So,
Thank you so much,
Find
Chris.
that link.
Great to
very
have
much.
you.
Cheers.
Glad to have you at Basecamp, and
It's great to be here.
All
good
right.
deal.
No
Talk to you
problem.
soon.
Want to tag Kenny on your way over?
Yeah.
Kenny.
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 Ah.
You're up, my man.
We've had trouble with our signal.
Yeah, it's
It is
frozen off
brutal.
and on.
It is brutal.
Yeah.
So as you slowly gather the words coming
Yes,
from our
yeah.
mouths to your
I
ears.
think the audio is fine. I just think it's the video.
Okay, that's
lame.
good.
Good to be here.
All right, we've got
Kenny.
Ken Galloway here.
How's it going?
How are you, Ken?
Doing great.
Good. We are so glad that you are here. Tell us about why you came to Overland Expo and a little bit about your Bronco and maybe your future Bronco. And let's get to know you a little bit.
Well, hi everybody. First thing, I came to the experience actually because I want to meet the people of Bronco Nation. I've seen the videos and I was really excited when I got my Bronco and watched all the videos and was like, yo, I gotta go meet these guys. What it's all about, really. And you guys inspired me to get out, so that's why I'm here. So
I love that.
as far as Broncos go, I have 22 Badlands, Sasquatch. Well, it used to be a Sasquatch.
Yeah, it looks great.
I ripped everything out.
A little more beefed up now.
Yeah, I put a little Icon Stage 8 full billet suspension in, and 37s with full bead locks, and yeah, I love it.
It looks phenomenal.
It does. He's rolling doors off right now.
Top off.
Yeah.
Full open air
Yeah.
experience.
Yep.
Yeah,
It's got the packs on the back and
Definitely an eye catcher out here.
Well,
Yeah.
thank you.
It's
I
beautiful.
I wanted to do it right and I wanted to do it clean. I wanted a Bronco back when I was in high school, but unfortunately I grew like really big, and so I didn't fit.
that's why the top's off.
And so yeah, exactly. Ford, if you're listening, raise the windshield a little bit for us tall guys.
Oh yeah.
But so when they announced the Bronco, I mean, literally, I knew it was going to be a rush day one, so I waited 2 days after and
Yeah.
ordered it.
Good.
And unfortunately, I waited over 2 years for mine. But you know, I almost went to a Jeep, but I held tight and held firm, and I'm
And we
here.
are glad you did.
Oh God,
Because they
yes.
wouldn't have met you otherwise.
No,
Yeah.
no, you wouldn't have.
So how long have you had your Bronco?
So it arrived in October of last year.
Okay. So
Yeah.
eight-ish months,
Yeah.
9 months-ish.
Yeah.
And you've done some off-roading with it, haven't you?
I have. I was in a riverbed the other day, tearing it up.
We'll get to that in a second. Kenny likes to be on the river.
I do. Fishing all day. I also went to the dunes a few times over in Joshua, which is in Tri-Cities, Washington, and out on the Oregon coast. And you know, I like to get out there.
Yeah.
Yeah. So.
So Kenny also went with us today on our fly fishing trip.
Oh,
What did you think? Kenny's a big, full disclosure, big fisherman.
I'm a big fisherman. The funny thing is,
He sold his skills in a
wrapped up in the line.
No, that was me.
But
Yeah.
you guys put on a good show. I tell you what, I got out there. I actually caught a fish.
Yeah.
You did?
But my helper kind of tripped in the water, so we kind of lost that fish. But I'm counting it as a win because
I'm counting it as a win too.
Yeah, it's
Yeah.
my first time, so you know I'm gonna take that.
We
You
saw the
caught
fish.
it.
It came out of the water.
Yeah.
We got a
Yes,
great
yes.
picture of you.
Yes, so it's a win. It's a
We
win.
count it. We
Yeah.
count it as a win.
I plan on doing a couple other Bronco events. You know, maybe going back to Utah next year
We would love to have you.
because I'm addicted now. It's sad. It's it's
Welcome to the club.
Yeah.
it's a rabbit hole you go down.
Oh my
Yeah.
gosh.
Oh,
Oh,
God,
gosh.
it's like never enough. You do something that's like, oh, what is that? I don't want it. So,
Yes.
We're all sitting in a field together in tents for 5 days in a row in the middle of the
exactly.
summer.
Now
What are these crazy
I'm
people?
over here looking at your trailer like, yeah, I need that.
Yeah.
Speaking of other things that you may need, you're
Oh.
considering
Oh,
getting a Bronco Raptor,
yeah,
aren't you?
Or a Bronco DR?
Listen,
Or a Bronco
Bronco
DR.
I told my wife,
Really? Yeah.
man, if I could afford
I'm gonna stay in touch with you.
man. But yeah, maybe a Raptor. I'm thinking, I
Or a
would,
Bronco Raptor R?
you know, yeah.
Ford, if you're listening.
Listen,
Kenny
V8.
really wants
Yes,
a Bronco Raptor
V8.
R.
Yeah, you just hit the sweet
Yes,
spot with
there's
people
a
right
market
now.
out there, and I'm telling you right now,
Right here.
the way my Bronco sits right now, I don't care about losing money. You give me a V8 and a Bronco, I'm there. So yeah, please bring the Bronco Raptor.
Yeah, that would be pretty sweet.
Yeah, so but definitely, I'm thinking about a Bronco Raptor. You know, I'm kind of waiting. I'm maybe a year to see. Maybe, you know.
Yeah.
I'm just fingers
Yeah.
crossed.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He was asking me last night, I was like, what do you know? I'm like, I promise you,
Yo,
I know nothing.
Yeah.
What color would you go with? You went with the
You know, so
Raptor?
I'm gonna be honest with you. There's some lovely colors out there, and I was hesitant about the Area 51.
Yep.
I love my Area 51.
Looks great.
I do. It doesn't stand out too much, but it garners enough attention where I'm. that gaudy guy out there. I do want to be seen.
Yes.
So, yeah,
As you should.
yeah, definitely.
So maybe that Bronco pink that was shown on the internet.
the Barbie,
the
the
Barbie
Barbie
one, but there's a
build.
Ford one too.
Okay.
That Ford Authority got
You
some
know,
shots
I don't
of.
care what anybody says. I will rock pink. I
It
got
looked
I got a
good.
few pink shirts, you
Yeah.
know, and I go
Hell
out and
yeah.
I wear those. I'll
The
rock
bright
it.
colors do look
You
good
know,
on the
with
Bronco.
the right rims.
Yep.
You know, right lift.
I could see it.
Yeah, all day.
Yeah,
Yeah.
you look good.
You'd
in
be
that.
seen
Yep.
for sure.
Oh wow, I would. Well, I'm seen anyways, but
It's the height.
yeah, it's definitely the height. But first of all, I'd like to say thank you guys for putting this on.
Oh, of course.
It's awesome. Like I said, I watched the videos. I see you guys having all the fun, and I felt very welcome. I was really hesitant to come because it's you're by yourself.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Out here and you don't know. I thought I was gonna be sitting in my tent all weekend, but you guys have been very welcoming, and I appreciate that. So.
Yeah.
Well,
Well,
good.
you guys
No
are the
one's
reason
allowed.
we do it.
Yeah.
You're the
No
reason
one's
we're out
allowed to
here.
sit in
and
the
that's
tent
what's so
all
cool is
weekend.
the
Yeah.
more events we go to, the more people we see again and again. Familiar
Yeah.
faces. So it's your first time. I'm hopefully we'll see you again.
It's
We
not
don't
my last time.
scare you off.
I'm already planning that. Yeah, next year.
And it's great. And then in a year, you're going to know all these people, and they'll
Yeah.
all be at more events. And it really, we like the term family. We're a Bronco family. It sounds chuggy and cliche, but it really is.
Yeah.
I mean, Tim and
Yep.
Chris and these people that we know
Yep.
online so well. Then you meet them. You go stand in a river all day with them.
Oh,
you go on
yeah.
drives with them. You sit around the campfire,
Yeah.
and they become lifelong friends. And that's what's so cool is the vehicle's amazing,
Yep.
but it's what has come with the vehicle and the community and the people that have surrounded it that makes it special. I wouldn't know, well, anyone here
Right.
actually
Yeah.
without Bronco.
Right.
That's your
So that
Story.
is,
Wow.
Chapman.
I would know Chapman. Well, hopefully, I wouldn't have moved to Utah if I didn't have
You
Bronco because all my
probably-
work's
you-
out west.
True,
So
that's
true.
everyone here I know because of Bronco.
But you probably
Right.
knew Robert.
A little
Yeah.
bit.
Yeah.
I did know him.
Okay. Here,
Yeah.
you just check.
So what are your plans for tomorrow?
That was also because of
So-
Ford, though, to be fair.
True.
I'll be riding along with you guys on the group ride tomorrow.
Awesome.
Although I kind of want to go fishing again, but
Hey, you're
we
welcome.
will take you.
I'll take you.
I'm just saying I can go drive my Bronco anywhere, anytime. But fly fishing. And the funny story about the fly fishing is actually before I came here, I had just bought a fly fishing rod. And I was gonna be like, I'm gonna go out here and try it anyways. And then when I got the email, it's like, oh, we're gonna do fly fishing. I was like, sweet.
Stars
I already
aligned.
have my gear for the most part. I'm gonna go out here and see what it's all about. And
That's
It
awesome.
worked out.
Well, whatever you choose to do tomorrow, we're ready for it.
Yeah.
Yeah, I am too.
Thank
Awesome.
you for being here.
Thanks for having me. I
Thank you,
appreciate
Kenny.
it.
Yeah, we'll see you in a minute.
Yeah.
Okay,
All right.
who's
Next, we've got Jeremy. He is Orange Crush Bronco in the forums, and there is the Orange Crush right there. Cool story
front
about
and
that.
center in the shot.
Okay,
I
so-
feel like I'm meeting so many celebrities. This is so cool.
I know,
Like,
this-
All these
like,
people
I
are
know
now
that, like,
online.
wow.
So Jeremy has been in the forums for as long as I can remember seeing his username
Yep.
come up. He was here with his wife at Overland Expo last year. Did we see you guys in Flagstaff too? Or just here at PNW?
Just here.
Okay, so we have gotten the pleasure of meeting Jeremy before, and we see him online, active member of Bronco Nation in the forums with some good information. So Jeremy, why don't you tell us about the Bronco, tell us about your graphics, tell us about your whole trip with this experience at Overland Expo, and let's get to know you.
All right, this is my orange Bronco. Just for those of you that don't know, Ford doesn't make a yellow Bronco. They make a cyber orange metallic Bronco.
That's correct.
Hence my username, my screen name there. So yeah, I've had it for just over a year. I was here at Overland Expo last year. I loved the experience with Bronco Nation.
What were your must-haves on that Bronco?
My must-haves had to have a hardtop.
Yeah.
I wanted cyber orange. Philosophy blue was a close second, but I
Yeah.
wanted cyber orange.
Both great colors.
Had to have a hardtop and had to have a Lux because I like stereo and leather.
Yes.
We all have our things that are on our needs versus wants. Those
Yeah.
are for me. So
Do you like the Lux, the
I do.
B&O
I
sound
love
system? Did you do any subwoofer upgrades or anything like that, or
I
just
have
leave it as
not.
is? Okay.
I've seen on the forums and other places there can be some more kinks with updating
Yeah.
that with subs. So it's definitely more than sufficient for a stock system.
Yeah.
I was actually pleasantly surprised. I kind of anticipated more exterior noise having a hardtop. Haven't really had that.
Yeah.
It has less exterior noise than my Mustang does, in all honesty. So
You have the headliner?
I do have that.
Yeah, it helps quite a bit.
I don't
So,
have
yeah,
a headliner.
I know. It's echoey.
I love old school, so I don't necessarily right away a fan of all the nannies and oversights in vehicles, but all the 360 and the technology in it has really come in handy, especially off-roading, cresting a large hill or a mountain you can't see down below. That front camera comes in handy.
Oh my gosh,
knowing that you're not going to potentially run into somebody or cause damage.
Yeah.
See what's down there.
I wanted that.
Comes in handy.
That's a good one.
No.
That is good. And you got to modding it pretty quickly, so you waited a while. A long time, actually, for it. But when we saw you a year ago, you already had the wheels. I believe you had the rock. You had steps.
Yeah. So that actually came with the steps.
Yep.
Being the Outer Banks Deluxe. And they're actually very handy.
Yeah.
I'm not the tallest person. It's easy for my wife and I to get in. It's easy getting stuff off and on the rack.
Yeah.
Using that and stepping on the back tire.
Yeah.
Make sure to put the parking brake on if you do that. Disclaimer there. But yeah, it makes a lot more useful.
You guys can fit a lot in that Bronco because you camped last year.
Yeah, we've
camping
definitely
this year.
We've crafted skill more over the last year. Two-door, that's definitely the one major disadvantage with the two-door versus the four-door is the lack of storage. No storage under the back seats, and less storage in the back. For me, it's a personal taste. I like the look.
Yeah.
It has more old school look in my opinion.
Looks great.
So some people like four-doors better, and all more power to them. As long as people own what they like, that's all that matters.
And I will say this is like the most two-door heavy event we've had. Like
Yeah.
60-70% of Basecamp is two doors, which we've never had before. So that's really cool to see.
And a cool story about the Greeks. You spoke with Chris earlier. His username is Buck.
Yeah.
Awesome guy. I actually met him on the forums. Noticed that he worked at a graphic shop in the general area where I lived, and I had this brainstorm of what I wanted to do, but I didn't want to get cheap Chinese. I wanted to support an American company, and I really wanted to make sure that the company wouldn't take it, run with it, and start trying to produce it.
Yeah.
Chris is very sports. Sure,
Nobody steal that.
You create a design, you own it.
Yep.
On the file, and it's super sort of texts, emails, and chats back and forth, and met, and came out quite well. Sometimes you see something in your brain, and maybe it's
always the scariest part, right?
You're not sure
Waiting
if
to
it'll
see.
transfer in reality, but it came out awesome.
Yeah, I absolutely love that.
Shout out to Buck, and to
Looks really good.
Shout out to you guys for coming
Graphics in
back.
Seattle.
So how was the expo today? You guys walked it?
It was great.
Good.
No Ford representation this year.
No.
That's a bit bummer. So, if Ford, if you're listening, we'd appreciate to see you again on the West Coast. We're big fans. That's why you have a California special. Wink, wink. But it's great. My wife and I like walking around and meeting other people with Broncos or other overland vehicles, and it gives us ideas of what to do and how to get creative with packing space and all that good stuff.
Yeah.
But really the big draw for us is the Bronconation aspect of Overland Expo. The Bronconation and all the fellow members of the Broncos, and then all the extracurriculars we get to do with the Bronconation folks with the drives, and some folks got to do fly fishing today, which is pretty neat and good to go, but still it's pretty cool. It's definitely why we're here. After last year, that was the greatest part of it. So
it's fun to come back and recognize faces, isn't it? Like, even if you don't remember the names, if you see the faces, you're like, yes. Or the Broncos, even. You may recognize the Bronco before you remember the owner, but it's such a fun part of it. It does feel very, very, like we get excited when we see people and we can call them out by name and remember details, because that's the joy of it for us. You're going to off-road tomorrow?
Yes,
All right.
definitely.
Fantastic.
That's why we're here.
Yeah. Going to put that into 4 high and...
Yes.
Right, Melissa?
Yeah, and so
Broncos
for
losing at
anybody
4
out
lows.
there that has a Bronco or will be owning a Bronco, is hesitant towards off-roading, I had zero experience. My background was more muscle cars, but the vehicle definitely gives you the confidence. I was definitely the weakest link. Last year was great having that experience with the group. Off-rodeo is immensely valuable. Having that experience and skill and knowing how to do your lines, and then going out with a group and learning. So my wife and I went brave and just adventured out. It's always a nice to have camaraderie. So
Which off-rodeo did you go to?
we went to Vegas.
Oh, okay. It's got some rock crawling experience out there.
Or Nevada, is not really Vegas.
Yeah.
I say Vegas too.
Well, thank you for
So
being
that's
here,
good distance.
Jeremy. It was
Thank you for
awesome to
having
have
us.
you on
Yeah, thank you so
screen.
much.
can't wait to see you in the forums again. Look for Orange Crush Broncos
That's
post,
right.
for Buck Yeah, for
Yeah.
TK1215. I don't know
Right.
Kenny's handle. I don't know if Kenny's in the forums right now. but-
Spike in. Hey Kenny, Spike in. Spike in P-Town.
Spike in P-Town. Oh,
I
you know what?
follow him. I've got
I've
to say
seen
it, so I don't
that.
have to
I
think.
have
I
seen
don't
his
think
name in
about
the
it.
forums.
The dots
Okay,
just
so
connected for Laura.
that did. Light bulb went on. So thank you, Jeremy. Looking forward to having you tomorrow on the trail. So
Yeah.
thanks for being here.
Thanks, Jeremy.
Thanks for having me.
All right,
course.
have a good rest
Enjoy
of your
your
night.
Broncos.
Yeah.
Okay, well, that almost takes us to the end of our hour.
Yes.
We've got a couple things left to run through, some exciting stuff that we've talked about and you guys may have seen, but we have more details on Laura. Why don't you
So we've
take
got a
it
couple.
away?
We've got a couple fun activities coming up. One thing that I am staring right now. You guys cannot
The
see
sun?
it in the screen. No, our escapade.
Oh, yes.
So
Oh, I
Jordan,
can talk about that.
You talk about the escapade because this was kind of like you helped make this a reality.
Kind of.
And you know the
Oh,
people.
yeah, I guess I did kind of.
Yeah, you pressed for it.
No, I
David
just
started. You pressed.
passionately encouraged.
Yes.
Now, Escapade, we've enjoyed our over a year of ownership now with our Topo 2. It's been a phenomenal asset in addition to the Bronco Nation fleet of vehicles, and one of the best teams, brands, companies, people we worked with has been the Escapade team. Jen and Chris and other Chris and Jeremy and Jess and just everybody over there, they're such classy, class act people
Yeah.
that we've been truly fortunate and privileged and honored to work with. They're Bronco Nation members, Bronco owners, and we see them at a lot of events. So we are teaming up with them to do a meetup, pop-up event, whatever you want to call it, in Petaluma, California on Wednesday, this coming Wednesday, July 12th, I believe it is, from 6 to 9 at Lagunitas Brewing Company in Petaluma, California. We're going to be there. There'll be a bunch of Bronco owners there. The Escapades are going to be there. The Escapade team's going to be there. I'm going to be there. And it's going to be a great time to hang out. There's going to be food. We're providing food for you guys. There's drinks. It should be a great time to hang out, listen to music, meet with Bronco owners, and just a really chill evening in the Bay Area. So if you're in the Bay Area or anywhere within driving distance you want to come,
I wish I was.
I know. You could hang out. You could come on the little overlanding adventure between now and Wednesday.
Yeah.
You should.
Yeah.
Don't
I
sound
gotta
too
get
excited.
home. I have a sick cat.
Laura, that's true. Laura does have sick kids to take care of.
Kids,
Um,
cat.
They're children, cat children,
I,
animal
I'm
children.
not really one of those people.
Okay.
Like a cat mom, but I
Okay.
love my cats.
Our
Anyway,
cats are
if you're close by, you'll want to go because it'll be a lot of fun. I've met the Escapade team, and
Oh, they're so great.
I think they've got some really cool backstories. I was gonna say the vehicle. It's kind of like it's an off-road trailer. It is
adventure trade.
so nice. I've
It
never
is.
got into stay in it fully, but I retreat to it at events every so often. So
It's like our
it
little
will be a fun event.
sensory deprivation chamber. It's great.
Yeah.
But yeah, so if you're in the area or you're not in the area and you have friends in the area, let them know. This Wednesday, information is on our events page and on our Facebook page and on the website and Instagram. So
Yep.
check all that out. Great stuff.
Yep.
And hopefully we'll see you all in Petaluma on Wednesday.
Yeah. I forgot one thing about PNW that I want to throw in here real quick here at Overland Expo. Tomorrow at 9 a.m. as well, Sons of Smoky is doing a trash cleanup. So if
Yeah.
you are in the area and you have the Sons of Smoky app and you've marked some trash and anybody can download that. It's free. It's on Apple and Google Play.
Google
yeah,
Play.
store, whatever. I don't know I think it's like
You're
the
literally an
icon's
Android
Play.
user.
I know, and it says Play on, but I
So
don't
it's
know.
Google
Like,
Play Store.
okay. Sounds fun. So we'll be leaving here from Bronco Basecamp as well. So if you need to go pick up trash or
Or
want
for
to go
some
pick up
reason
trash,
watching this while not being here.
yeah, come the locals, come get trash.
Locals.
So that will be the last thing from PNW, and then we'll move on to Woodward. So Michigan,
Here we come,
people.
baby.
there
Or
are a lot
non-Michigan
of us.
people.
Yeah, there's a lot.
people
There's
driving
coming
from freaking Texas.
for sure. Texas and Tennessee
Yeah.
and Ohio
Georgia,
and all
Probably Florida.
pretty much anywhere you can want to drive from. So the Woodward Dream Cruise is like 1 billion years old, and I don't know how long the history is, so we're just gonna elaborate here. And it goes. It's a road in Michigan, and you have a classic car cruise on it.
Oh, wow, story.
And you
Or a new car.
yeah, or a new. So we'll get to that.
Yeah.
So for the last 3 years, we've had the Bronco Corral at the Woodward Dream Cruise. And that means you have an easy spot. Come hang out with a ton of beautiful Broncos.
Like
right
over
there.
300.
All generations, sports, Bronco 2s. Everybody who has a Bronco can come park with us. You sign up. So if you
and only if.
Yes. If you go to the homepage of the bronconation.com and you look at on the website, it says act now, and we do want you to act now because we are filling up quickly for the Bronco Corral. We do have limited space. We're in a park, and there's just the roads there, and you run out of space, and that's that. So you want to get in there. So go to that web page. Wow, I'm just pulling language out and making it up as I go. Go to the website and click on the link. It says register your Bronco for the corral down at the bottom of the article, and we will be able to see you there and welcome you to the corral. But leading up to, and we're going to do a lap on Woodward. We're going to try and get all 300 Broncos out at once on Woodward and just have a hot mess of pulling everybody out. Jordan will be directing traffic again. He will not.
No, calling in reinforcements.
Yeah, so it'll be a fun time together, and we'll just, we've got everybody there, display vehicles sometimes and whatever. But leading up to it, we're going to do some off-roading at Holly Oaks ORV Park, 160 acres of fun and a lot of dirt and some rock.
And mountain bike.
And depending on the weather, some mud and puddles, big puddles, a lake even. There's a park called the Bathtub Ring, and there's a ton of water in it. So we're gonna do off-roading on Thursday. That one's for Bronco Nation members. We will be doing these activities. Is Holly Oaks by lottery as well?
Holly Oaks is by lottery,
Okay.
but the capacity is significantly higher,
Yes.
so it'll be
A bigger lottery.
Yes.
A jackpot.
Depending on how
jackpot
many
Broncos.
registrants. We're over 100, I think, already.
Yes.
The corral, we're way over 200.
Yes.
But Holly Oaks is members only.
So members only at Holly Oaks, go ahead and sign up for that. There is a link in that same article, and it will direct you to sign up for this, Holly Oaks. And then also on Friday, we're going to go do some very special activities. Do you want to talk about the special activities? I feel like
Sure.
you've got a passion for Detroit that I do not have because I live here.
You know,
There. But it's great.
We're
I
zhuzhing it
absolutely
up.
love it. But Jordan sees it from different eyes because you came to the Woodward Dream Cruise for many years, didn't
my
you?
childhood was formed and molded and shaped at the Woodward Dream
Yeah,
Cruise.
meanwhile,
I
it's
used to
a
ride on the back
traffic
of
jam
golf
for me.
carts during like Mustang Alley when I was like 5 or 6.
Wow.
I watched the 2008 Olympics in an RV behind the Mustang Alley
Wow.
because we camped at Woodward
So you've
because we
got
were
the better
working
stories.
in Mustang Alley. So I guess I was 9 years old at the time.
Okay.
Y'all can do the math. Yeah, I watched the 2008 Olympics. I watched Michael Phelps swim in
Wow.
Beijing in
Oh,
the
wow.
RV.
Okay. All right.
My passion is far and wide, guys.
All right. So what are we doing on Friday?
This year we got a whole fancy thing planned for you guys. First, the Ford Piquette plant, which is where the Model T was first produced in like the 50s, something like that, in one of those years. We were having a
Seems
members-only
late.
breakfast. It could be late. Sometime in the 1900s, whenever the Model T was produced. Google the Piquette plant and find out the history yourself.
Come to the event and you will
Yes.
learn the history.
Yes, exactly.
Firsthand.
So we're doing a members-only breakfast, brunch, coffee situation, and then exclusive tours with the historians of the Piquette plant, all the Ford history that, of course, still carries over today. So that'll be really cool. They're opening it for us to come through. Inside the factory
Mm-hmm.
will be really sweet. Then we have a mystery surprise,
Yeah.
behind-the-scenes access thing that we'll tell you all about later, but you won't want to miss it.
Very rare
There
opportunity.
could be a reveal in there, possibly
Yes.
some fancy. Who knows? You never know what you can find. Maybe a reveal, maybe it's new. Come and find out. Then we have a world headquarters picture,
Yep.
family photo,
Yeah.
where again, you never know who may show up. So you're gonna have to show up to find out who may show up. Fun stuff. And then
We like the secrets.
after that, we are going to Ford's Garage for a members-only dinner and reception
Mhm.
with you, our members.
Yep.
So the entire day is members only, which is really exciting. To sign up, register, or express interest, you can go to the form, as Laura said.
Mhm.
It is lottery because some of these things, the more specialized things, as much as we would love to bring almost 20,000 of you,
Yeah.
we can't.
Yeah.
So it will be by lottery system. We will do our best to accommodate as many people as allowed, but of course there's limitations. So register there. You will get informed of your placement. You can select all of them. You can select one of them. If for some reason you just want to go to World Headquarters and nothing else, that's fine. But you can select all, none, some, whatever floats your boat, and we'll let you know. But it's going to be amazing. This is going to be our best Woodward Dream Cruise ever, which is saying a lot because last year was pretty epic. And then the corral is taking place on Saturday. We have capacity for at least, well, probably 300 Broncos.
And
again,
sports and all that.
Register. That'll be first come, first serve. And we're already 66% full. So,
and this is a great event. You get a little bit of everything, whether you like the history aspect on Friday, whether you like the off-roading aspect on Thursday, or you have a show vehicle and you're just ready to hang out with owners, it's a great place for inspiration. It's a great place just to chill with people. There's a little bit of everything for everyone in this. And I know, so everybody more on the Midwest towards the east
Driven
side
Wild Outdoors says they'll be there.
Perfect. That's awesome. They were there last year. So a lot of people make the track. All-Terrain Nation was there last year. I don't know if
Allie Dubois will be there.
I don't know if
She's
we'll
in the
get Ford
chat.
Video Guy.
Best of luck with your countertops.
Just doing
Tim
home
Bartz, I feel
improvements.
like Tim has to come. Tim's in here too. Tim, we
I
better
know,
see
but
you
it
at
was
Woodward.
it was so far to Tennessee.
Michigan's closer to Iowa. You can do Michigan to Iowa in a day.
They're in Kansas.
I almost said the same thing. That's mean.
No, it's different.
I
don't know the hours, but anybody who wants to drive, make the drive is welcome.
Yeah,
we'll
we'd love to see you all. All Things Bronco says, will you have swag on site? Yes.
Yes.
If y'all were if y'all have been at Woodward, you know the merch booth is like pumping. Like there's no tomorrow during Woodward. We will have merch. London will be there. I'm about to sneeze. Hold on.
Okay. London will be
away.
there, and we've got a Woodward Dream Cruise sticker.
It went away.
You can add to the awesome one. That Woodward Dream Cruise last year was one of my favorites that London's put together.
And I'm not going to steal London's thunder because I don't want out there because you guys will be unreleased merch at Woodward. So if you guys want stuff you haven't seen before, new stuff, I'll let London get all the details, but it'll be there. So come to Woodward.
Yep.
Laura's going to be at Woodward.
Yep.
I'll be at Woodward.
Yep. Let's meet at Woodward.
Maybe, yeah. Allie says mine needs Bronconation swag. Tim says he's thinking about it. And Driven Wild Outdoors said, can I reserve my parking spot from last year? In the corral.
I think he was like front row.
Show up early. If
it is 6
show up
a.m.
early. It is going to be first come first serve. You know how packed it was, and we're just going to start lining them up. So we cannot reserve parking spots sheerly because of the volume.
Yeah,
we'll do our best.
We would love to have it like set up where everybody gets their space, you get room for a tent, but we never have been able to allow anything other than you get your parking spot, but that's enough. It's a shaded parking area, and it's a good way just to be able to squeeze us all in, and we'll have a good time.
Indeed, for real. Okay, anything else before we put a wrap on this?
I think we've wrapped her up.
We are going to be watching for some Bronco sport stuff coming soon, right?
Guys, look at this wicked tan line. Chapman says I have.
Yeah, I saw your foot in the river. It was like a white sock. I got a little pink.
No, I look like a caddy. I have like a caddy tan.
Well, thank you to everybody who is here with us, who will be with us in a future event. We absolutely love meeting up with you guys, as you probably heard from everybody else here too. Like we love when everybody else tells that they're having a good time too, because
we love when they pump up our tires.
We don't want you guys to think we're just gassing this up and it's actually not fun, but we have a great time with you guys.
We do.
Even online. We love being online with you guys in the forums. As you can see, most of these relationships started in the forums, and now we get to meet you in person. So absolutely love it, and can't wait to see you at more events this summer.
Thank you all so much for joining us on this Friday. We know there's lots of things you could be doing, so choosing to spend part of your Friday evening with us online is really special. We'll be going live this coming Wednesday again as our regular cadence. So we'll be back to regularly scheduled programming this Wednesday. And then a week from today, Friday, we'll be having another live stream live from Bronco Raptor Off-Rodeo. I am headed there for the grand opening day of Bronco Raptor Off-Rodeo. We have a new video showing you the entire Bronco Raptor Off-Rodeo experience coming Monday. So, Scott, if you're still in here, you can see that. It's insane. But
that's what I hear.
Go look at the thumbnail on the Bronco Raptor Off-Rodeo live schedule thing on YouTube for a little sneak peek. So the thumbnail has a little teaser in there.
Do
check
you
that out.
catch any Bronco Raptors in the video?
What?
Do you catch any Bronco Raptors?
Catch,
Them
not
like you
track.
caught Scott?
Oh,
Yeah.
no. No, I needed to save my limbs because I had work to do. I had to be here. I had to make it. Yeah. Scott got the one token.
Yeah.
There's no more saving. Next time y'all are on your own. Sorry. Yeah, I think that about does it.
Yeah.
If you want to listen to this again for some reason, you're more than welcome to on Spotify, Apple Music, Facebook, here,
Yes.
Amazon Podcasts,
Yeah.
wherever you get your podcasts. Share it with a friend. Thanks so much for joining us. Like and subscribe as always. Have a great weekend. Go get outside, enjoy the outdoors, and we will see you all hopefully on Wednesday and Friday. Make it a great week. We'll talk to y'all soon. Bye.